About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set, 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big fella go.
And touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards.
And the Desperados will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th. This time has run out on quarter number 3. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
167 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. 16 yards, a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Olave holds it in.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Desperados 42, Packers 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a 1st down. Give him credit for that one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 46 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Mexico City, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to get back